Now, yes, we have our newest news segment. The saga of the 21st Phantom. Danger. Action in the Rogue Nation. On Monday and Tuesday, we saw that the Phantom is hoping he can come out the other side of this Mozz prophecy. But can hope save him from this adventure, or is the Phantom doubting himself that he is maybe thinking that maybe at the end of this saga, I will not be around. Could be in the Skull Cave with my ancestors. And as the Phantom is doubting himself and thinking it will happen, will it happen the same way as fate foretells it? In many decades and in the stories of Lee Falk's, the Phantom stories, as fans, if you have read a lot of Lee Falk's content and a lot of Lee Falk's stories, then as a reader, the Phantom has an attitude that tells the reader he is fearless, a mysterious ghost who is in the shadows of the underworld as a hero to disrupt and destroy criminal activities. When taking criminals, he has a line of comedy, action, and danger in confidence. For example, the Phantom is rough on roughnecks, an old jungle saying. And in the last few years, it feels like the Phantom, for some reason, has lost his confidence, or has Tony DePaul been changing him slightly last couple of years? What are your thoughts on maybe Tony DePaul slightly changing the Phantom? And on Thursday of last week, the Phantom says, and I quote it, as two lighted windows, just as Mozz said. He's seen what I am seeing for the first time. Uncanny Old Man. He's right about the bullet, too, isn't he? Wow. This is just, as this has shown, this has just been another showing as to speak, whether the Phantom lives to tell the tale, and I'm still staying by my point I made, and I'm still considering this point, is that the 22nd generation of the Phantom's line is coming, and it could be coming faster than we think. On Monday the 21st this week of November, the Phantom has laid out some flares, and he is saying, let's stick with what works, devil. Does this mean that because he's going to be sticking with what works, does that mean that the same events as what has been foretold in the Mozz prophecy could still happen? And let's also remember that the last time the Phantom got out alive was with the death of Diana Walker. Diana Walker, in the story, he saves her from rotting in a prison inside the Rogue Nation, and that this same prison would have changed certain things about how they operate, but definitely not how they treat their people in their prisons. And on Tuesday, the Phantom Daily Strip and the rest of this week, it will be getting very interesting with what happens for the rest of this week and the next. Is it going to come thick and fast, or does the Phantom's destiny with fate change for the better? We will just have to wait and see what happens in the coming weeks and the rest of this week.